Hi, my name is Gabriela Lopez.
Hi, Gabby.
Hi. Um, Thanks for being with us today.
It's a pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
What do you think of Key Biscayne?
What do I think of Key Biscayne? I think it's a very amazing community. Um, Physically, it's beautiful. I think there's very few places, probably in America, that are as beautiful as Key Biscayne. It's busy, it's intelligent, it's cultural, it's got diversity. It pretty much has everything here, and a lot of traffic too.
Where did you grow up? Did you always imagine yourself being the chief press?
No, I didn't. I grew up in Miami. I was born and raised in Miami. And my father was a Miami Beach police officer. And so when I graduated college, I became a Miami Beach police officer also. I spent 30 years on that police department. I never imagined myself being a chief because I didn't want to be a chief. I just enjoyed being a cop on the street and doing some of the, I guess you would say, exciting things that a cop does. And I just started rising through the ranks, and they must have thought I was doing a pretty good job because they kept moving me higher up. And one day in 2004, Key Biscayne was looking for a chief of police, and I applied, and the next thing you know, here I am, and I've been here for almost 14 years.
What are some of your hobbies?
My hobbies. I love the ocean more than anything. Having grown up here in Miami, I love fishing, I love diving. I've raised my own daughters to enjoy those same things. I love water skiing. I love exercising, I work out. I used to be a personal trainer. I used to be a spinning instructor. So anything, any kind of physical activity is my hobby, but more than anything, just being in the outdoors and enjoying what is so special about South Florida, which is that gorgeous ocean out there and the beaches and things like that.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask you how long you've been police chief, but you kind of already answered that one.
14 years.
Yes. How would you describe yourself?
I would say that I'm a very active person. I'm passionate about everything that's a part of my life. I'm a very, very strong-minded family man. I have a deep faith in God, and I believe in values and the rights and wrongs that I've learned through my belief in God and through my career as a police officer. And I'm very passionate about community service. And I think more than anything that's probably my greatest strength. And it doesn't just happen because I'm a police chief. I believe in helping people no matter where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Do you live in Key Biscayne? If you do, how long have you lived here?
No, I don't live in Key Biscayne. I live in South Kendall, and that's where my parents came from New York, and they built a house down there many, many years ago. And I've enjoyed that neighborhood. I love being down there. I actually lived in Key Biscayne for 4 months about 2 years ago when I was doing some work in my home, and they kicked me out of my house while I was doing the work. And it was really enjoyable for one reason. It took me about 30 seconds to get to work instead of the usual hour-and-a-half drive each way. It's a long way in traffic. But Key Biscayne, it was remarkable to live here. I woke up and I saw that sunrise every morning and walked that beach every day, and it was a very special time. But my true love is being away from my job where I live, and that way I can enjoy and have my family enjoy some of the privacy that we need.
Do you think you have improved in your job over the years?
I learn every day. I've always said that nobody is the best at anything, but you get better if you want to be and if you strive to continue your education. that's why I believe so strongly in the power of education, because we can all learn new things all the time. And every day that I have an opportunity to meet people, I may learn something from them. And you all are teaching me today. I've been coming to this church for 2 or 3 years now, and I didn't know you all did these kinds of things, so I learned something different today, and I met new friends. So you bet, I learn and I grow every day in this job.
Where did you meet your wife?
That's really interesting. I met my wife at Barry University. It's funny, we're talking about education. And we just happened to be in the same class together and kind of smiled at each other one day, and the rest is history. You know, she liked me, I liked her. We fell in love, got married, have a beautiful daughter named Madison. And that's how I met her.
How old is your daughter?
She's 9. I actually have 3 daughters. I have a 30-year-old and a 26-year-old from a previous marriage, and Madison is 9 years old. And she goes to a private school down south that her mom attended, and kind of a family thing on her mom's side. So
Well, thank you for coming.
it's been a pleasure coming, and I love what you guys do. I think this is really important that you all get to learn about people in our community, and I hope that you share this and that you all remember one thing, that the most important thing in life is doing the right thing and listening to your parents, your teachers, believing in your God, and knowing that even in all this beauty, we can all make it a better community by helping each other, making sure we don't allow bullying, things like that. And when you see something that you don't think is right, you pick up that phone, you call the police so we can help you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.